Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Stuart, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot. And I want to thank everyone for first watching our KJ6ER Challenger project that we did here at the shack. I've learned a few things since doing that video and then taking it out to the field, which I haven't released that video at the time of this recording, but by the time you watch this, it should be on the channel when we went to the beach and got it working. Anyway, I learned a couple of new things, and we're gonna redo the KJ6ER Challenger with the lessons that I learned today here on the channel. Not a big lesson learned, but Greg, KJ6ER, was super awesome in helping make sure his antenna projects are working as they should. And if you haven't downloaded the guide yet for all of his antenna projects, you can do so at KJ6ER.net. But today we don't need this piece of PVC pipe. Actually, we can leave it in there. We're going to do something different. Anyway, the only modification I have to do is to the actual PVC itself. So I think I had it up a little too high. According to Greg and according to the documentation, 20 inches above the ground seems to be the optimal height for the Challenger. And so we're going to re-engineer the whole thing with that in mind. I don't have to cut any wire. I already got all that done. So we should be able just to redo the PVC and redo the connectors, and we're back in business. Archie's in the woods there, scouting around, and the mosquitoes are coming out. So we're gonna go back into the shack here and get to work. I already got this connector that we made here with this long piece of PVC pipe. This is 1.25 inch PVC. Well, that's an old part from a performer I don't need. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna cut this so it's 20 inches from let's go from here down to the tube here. Let's see what we can do here. I also want to leave a little bit to go into the ground. So when I mount it in the ground, I have 20 inches above the ground. So when I'm at the beach, I'm probably going to get it in the six inches in the ground from the beach there. And I hope I can do that on solid ground. So let's make it 26 inches, and that'll give us about 6 inches to secure it into the ground. I think that'll work. Let me think about that again. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, so here we got a nice little tapered edge there. And this is gonna be the one that we're gonna use the most. And now I got this nice little piece for backup. I'll figure out what I'll do with this. Waste anything. It can always be used for something else. Now, I gotta think about this a bit more. How am I gonna hammer this into the solid ground? That's the trick here at the home QTH. At the beach, it's not a problem because I can just stick it into the sand. But here at home, I gotta figure out a way to get this into the ground. I need to find something to do that with. I have a ground spike somewhere around here that I bought one time in this shack of mine. Let's go see. I don't know where to be looking for it. Got all kinds of crap here. Okay, remember what I said about not wasting anything? So this is gonna come in handy actually. This one here, the top one, is gonna be my beach mounted section for the Challenger. And this is gonna be my ground mounted Challenger. What I will do is when I go to somewhere where I need stability and I can't get into the ground, I have these tripods. Oh, shite. That's too big. So plan C now. Still gotta get a way to get this into the ground. I need to find that ground spike. It's around here somewhere. All right, so we found this piece of conduit here. It's already got a nice tapered edge. We'll use that. Today I got these bolts off Amazon. They're a little bit more the size I want to make these projects, so we're going to use one of these today. I also got a whack of larger washers that I picked up off Amazon as well. These size here, they should work well.
A few moments later.
All right, so there we go. There's our new piece of conduit with the trucker mount on the top, our piece that we're gonna put into the ground. Let's go do that. Okay, so I think we got the issue figured out. I had to go to the hardware store, get some of these bigger washers. These test caps for the PVC on here that I bought from the local hardware store are not strong enough really to hold that 25-foot whip. So I made it, I got some reinforced washers here, some bigger ones that are 1.25 inches. So we'll see, and then I got some inch ones, and then I got 3/4 inch. We'll see if that holds it. I'm hoping it does, and we'll be in business. Look at King Archie here. I just flaked out in the sun. Hey Arch, having fun out here, bud? Just sitting in the sun? All right, we're back. We got delayed this afternoon, so that's why you noticed a different shirt. Anyway, I had to run to the hardware store and get some, what did I have to buy here? This stuff right here. Let me get this up here. I had to buy some Gorilla spray adhesive. Because what was happening was with the telescopic whip up at 11 sections, like you need for 20 meters, it was getting to be a bit too. It was a bit too heavy, and it was popping the cap off. So I had to get some spray adhesive just to hold it into place. So I think we're good to go now. To be honest with you, let's get this thing set up and let's see if it works. All right. So it's been a crazy day of trial and error, but I think we got something that's going to work for our conditions here. We got the 4-to-1 balun, a 4-to-1 on there. We had to jerry rig some sort of guy system here to hold the antenna place. The soil is not deep enough, unfortunately, and sturdy enough to hold this weight of this antenna fully extended. So we came up with a little guy system here. Here's our counterpoise. We got our pigtail, and we got our... Let's go in the shack and check out the SWR. I think we'll be pleasantly surprised. I think it's going to be actually pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty good with that. 1.21. 52 ohms impedance. I think we should be good with that. Let's go hook it up to the radio. Got to turn the lights off because these fluorescent lights cause some challenges with the radio. But let's go hook it up to the radio and see if we can make some contacts. And I'm hoping the band conditions are okay. Pretty quiet on 20 meters. We are seeing some signals on the band.
You're a 5 and 9, solid 59. Nice to have you back in the log after a couple of years. 7 trees from Italy. Ciao.
There's an Italian station. Took my 6 dB of attenuation off.
Kilo Bravo 2 November Yankee Charlie 59. Thank you for Vermont. You're 59 in Asiago Veneto region. Ciao. 7-3 QRZ, India Zulu 3, Kilo Golf India. Whiskey Golf 3 Charlie. Whiskey Golf 3? Yeah, it's Whiskey Golf 3 Charlie, Roger. Roger, Whiskey Golf 3 Charlie, or 59 plus 20, over. Yeah, you too. Big signal here to Maryland. The name's George, guys. All right, Nick. Yeah, you've got great audio too. Big signal. Nice to meet you, I think, for the first time. 7-3. Have a great evening. Whiskey Golf 3 Charlie. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Enjoy DXing on 20. QRZ?
Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 9 Charlie Fox. You're 59?
Yeah, 59 as well, my friend. Just testing a brand new off-center fed vertical antenna in the backyard here.
Yeah, yourself, Stuart. It's working pretty good here. You're 5 and 9, solid 59 in Asiago, Italy. My name is Nicola, over.
Thank you, Nicola. Thank you, Nicola. Give me your call once again, Nicola. I think I wrote it down wrong.
The call sign is India, Zanzibar, 3 kilowatt, Germany, India.
Okay, I did write it down wrong. Thanks a lot, Nicola. Nice to get you in the log for the very first time. Name is Stuart, and I'm located in New Brunswick, Canada. You're 5 and 9.
Yeah, thank you, Stuart. Thank you very much. Almost 5 to 10 dB over in the last transmission, so pretty good signal, Stuart. And ciao from the northern part of Italy, and go Team Canada on ice hockey. Ciao.
Yeah, Roger. Ci vediamo presto. CQDX 20 meters, CQDX 20 meters. This is Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, CQDX 20 meters. Echo Alpha 7, Golf Golf. Good afternoon. You're 5 and 5, over. Okay, thank you for the 5-9, Manuel. 7-3. Bye-bye now, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, CQDX. Florida 4, Hotel Quebec Kilo. Good evening, Emil. 5 and 9, 59, over.
Okay, Stuart, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, your report is 5-5 in South France, 5-5, and then it's Milo, Mike, India, Lima, Oscar, Uniform, okay?
Okay, Milo, nice to get you in the log, my friend. You're 5 and 9, 5 and 9 into New Brunswick on my off-center fed vertical antenna, over.
Okay, my friend, 7-3, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, il va falloir Quebec Kilo. Merci beaucoup, good night.
Okay, merci beaucoup. Bon DX, mon ami. 73. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, CQDX 20 meters. Kilo Oscar 4, Florida X-ray. Ethan, nice to get you. 5 and 5, over.
Roger, you're 5 and 9, 59, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just testing the KJ6ER Challenger in the yard here tonight, over. Ethan doesn't stick around. He's the 5-9 gone guy. That's cool. I don't mind that. CQDX, hello CQ, CQDX. This is Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, CQDX 20 meters.
Alpha Lima 4, Alpha Lima.
Delta Lima 4, Alpha Lima. Good afternoon. You're 5 and 9 into our station here in New Brunswick, Canada, with the off-center fed vertical antenna tonight. Over.
Our commercial interference signal came in Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot. This is Delta Lima 4 Alpha Lima. Thank you for 5 and 9. You're a very sensitive receiver. You're 5 and 8, and my name is Tom. So broadcast Mike, please repeat your transmission because of a commercial interference signal.
All right, thank you, Tom. Thank you for the call. I'm running an off-center fed vertical antenna for 20 meters today. Just made it in the shop today, and we're testing it out. Over.
Yeah, Roger. I'm using also a vertical antenna. It's a quarter wave, 30 meters over ground in a very good position on a high building, and the power is 100 watts per foot.
Yeah, Roger. Well, sound good. I'm running 100 watts as well off-center fed antenna for 20 meters. It is, let's see, I think it's somewhere in the vicinity of 25 feet to 25 feet in total length. It has a rating element of 25-foot chameleon whip, and I think a 6-foot, 7-foot counterpoise. Over.
Yeah, Roger. It's working very good. And please give me again your name and your QTH. Over.
Yeah, the name is Stuart, Sierra Tango Uniform, Alpha Romeo Tango, and I'm in New Brunswick, Canada.
Okay, Stuart, fine. Yeah, I have not so strong cues for you as you. You're coming in very good here. The frequency is clear.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks for the call. This is Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, CQDX. Hotel Papa 6, Lima Echo, Florida. Hello, Lewis. Nice to get you. 5 and 5. 5 and 5 tonight, Lewis.
Roger. Thank you for the 5.
Thank you for the 5 and 7, my friend. The KJ6ER Challenger is working like a charm. Over. CQ, see you later, buddy. 7-3, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, CQDX. All right, so I think we got all the bugs worked out. We made a few good contacts there, testing it out here tonight here in the shop, the shack, and the yard. So, yeah, we'll pack this up, and we'll take it out to the beach again. Now that we got it the proper and tight. So Greg, KJ6ER, messaged me and said, the issue I was having the last time I did it with the SWR being high is because I had it too high off the ground. So it is a half wave. So remember how your current and voltages work on a half wave antenna. So unlike a quarter wave, the voltage and the current is different. If I remember my ham radio advanced class theory properly, the current on a half wave antenna is maximum at the middle of the antenna and lowest on the edges. So that is why we don't need a counterpoise on a half wave. Now there is a bit of a wire. I think that just makes up the other end of the half wave. So it's an off-center fed half wave. So instead of being like a traditional dipole, it's fed in the center. The off-center fed half wave is fed on, not on center, right? That's why they call it off-center fed. So that's why the pigtail, or we'll call it a counterpoise for lack of better terminology, is there. And then the telescopic whip is majority of the rating element. I hope I got that right. Again, my theory is I learned ham radio theory a long time ago, and if you don't use it a lot, it kind of goes away, and you have to kind of relearn it again. Anyway, it worked great tonight, so we're gonna take it to the beach this week, hopefully, set it up again, and see if we get different results than the last time. So this is the KJ6ER Challenger here in the yard. We're gonna tear it all down and get it all packed away because it's going to get mosquito-ish real soon. And although we don't get darkness for a couple hours still, we'll hook up the end-fed half wave or the hex beam right up there and see if we can work some other DX tonight. I'm Stuart, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot. Again, if I can make this, you can make it. Real simple. Nice short piece I made my PVC 26 inches long, so 6 inches go in the ground, roughly. And then there's a little bit for the antenna piece calculated in there. And then I have a chameleon 25-foot whip. Any 25-foot whip would do. You don't have to buy the expensive chameleon. You can get one off Amazon probably for a fraction of the price that you can get on Amazon or on from DX Engineering. I'm not here to pimp stuff. I like Greg's stuff because it's free. We can download it, we can build it, we can experiment, we can do everything we want with it. If we want to buy it from his shop or Bob's shop, we have that ability to do so, but he gives all the plans for free. Why not build it and have fun building stuff? I never thought I would build stuff, but here I am. I'm Stuart Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot. Thanks to all my subscribers out there. 7-3s for today. We'll see you guys next time, probably on the beach with this antenna again. See y'all later.